Can you hear us? Can you hear us? I'm sure you can. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody?
Hi guys, happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
I know, we finally made it.
It's a long week.
It was.
It feels like a really long week.
Yeah. I don't really know why it was felt so long, but it did. And then especially today, today drug along. It was rough. But we made it and we are here.
Otherwise, when I look at it, my eyeballs are like that way. A little better.
Where are we gonna go?
No, I'm just saying it was fine in the middle. I'm like, yeah. I just had it on your side hogging. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Jazz said good singing. Thank you.
Yeah, we are live right now. If you are in the chat, let us know. Say hello. Because we're going to start the show. Oh. Rapping and rhyming. I rap and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip.
Rip your pants.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're just going to wait for everybody to trickle in a little bit. And we will get the show going in a little bit.
What did you have for dinner?
Where are you, first off?
What'd you do today?
Where are you at? What are you doing right now while you're watching this show? Let us know. Still rhyming.
Too much energy drink.
Rapping and rhyming.
You tried, honey.
One of the first things we're gonna discuss will be Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. We watched the first episode of that, and it was very interesting. And we are going to discuss and sort of preview the rest of the series as we finish watching it. So, do a little bit of that tonight. We're going to talk about Abbott Elementary, which we watched the first episode of that, of season 2.
It's such a wholesome show.
It is. It is.
A good one.
We watched that. We also watched The Handmaid's Tale, season 5, episode 4, I believe it was. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They've all kind of.
But the most recent episode.
We watched so many, but yes.
Yeah, it had to be episode 4. But yeah, if you are in the chat, drop in and say hello so that we know you're there.
Oh, Devin.
Jazz, I don't know if I'm going to acknowledge you or not.
Jazz is in the comments and also in our living room.
Right.
She's a very supportive fan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jasmine. We love you.
So yeah, we will get this going shortly. See if we can hold out for a few more people. If you are watching, especially on YouTube, join in the chat right now.
Chat with us.
Say what's up. Say where you're from. And what you are doing while you are watching our show. If it's okay to discuss.
PG. PG.
Yes.
PG-13 bordering.
Yeah.
I had pizza for dinner.
I didn't eat dinner. I'm actually kind of hungry.
Cannibalism is frowned upon, despite what Jeffrey Dahmer Story says.
I should have eaten a little bit early, but I didn't. So I missed my opportunity. Now I gotta starve until this show is over with. But obviously, starving won't be an issue for me. I'll survive.
I'm looking like a whole snack over here, so careful.
Scarf snack.
Ooh.
I'm gonna scarf you down.
Ooh, scarf me down. I'm sure somebody's used that pickup line before.
Probably. Probably wasn't very successful either.
Just a mouthful of fabric.
Ooh. If you are watching, join in the chat. We will be getting started shortly.
Yes. What else do you want to talk about?
Oh man. I don't know.
How was your day?
Day was good. It was just very slow. And I don't know if it was just one of those Friday things where you end up sort of struggling to get through the day at certain points. So yeah, it was one of those days where I was avoiding looking at the clock because every time I look at the clock, it only moved like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Explain what you do for work without explaining your job title or disclosing your job title.
I manage people.
Nice.
I manage people who drive fork trucks.
I manage tiny tots.
What do they drive?
Nothing. I'm driving nuts. Yeah. No. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Drive their tricycles.
Oh man. I don't know if I trust them to drive tricycles.
Yeah.
Are you watching any of the shows that we are watching right now? Abbott Elementary,
Handmaid's Tale, and
Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story. Those are the shows that we are watching and we'll be discussing tonight. Are you also watching any of those shows? If you are, let us know in the chat.
What else are we watching for fun that we just haven't done on here yet?
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
We watched that, which is a very good show.
Yes, it's interesting. It's more his genre than mine, so at times I'm just like, but it's all right. It gets, the more I watch it, the more invested I get. I've been watching In the Dark.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that show.
Yeah, it's about a lady who's blind and trying to find out her friend's killer, and then the seasons progress and other things happen, but she's kind of a hot mess, but it's a good story.
Yeah.
It's not one that you need to be fully invested in, so usually I watch it while I'm eating lunch or multitasking doing something else, but it's good.
What are you watching? Let us know.
What is your favorite show of all time?
Yeah, all time and what you're watching right now. Would love to discuss that for a little bit.
What's your favorite show of all time?
Favorite show of all time? Oh my goodness.
Or you can do top few.
All time? Oh my god.
I know.
That's really, really hard. There's so many shows that I like and have liked. I would say Game of Thrones was originally in my top tier of shows until the last season, and the last season was totally trash, and it kind of ruined the rest of the show. Game
of Thrones or House of the Dragon?
Game of Thrones.
No, I'm saying which one would you pick?
Oh, I would definitely pick Game of Thrones. I mean, I saw
it's a lot longer.
5 seasons worth of that,
yeah.
So it took. We'll see how House of the Dragon goes, and if it gets to the point where it's worthy of being in that upper echelon of shows. My favorite show of all time, another one is The Wire, a drama, crime sort of drama that takes place in Baltimore. If you watch The Wire, drop it in the comments because that is an amazing, amazing show. I think I got you to watch 2 episodes, but you weren't really feeling it.
No, not exactly.
Yeah.
I love White Collar. That's when I developed my Matt Bomer crush.
Oh man,
that was good because it's a crime show, but it's comedic, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes, good show.
Yes,
very
and
funny.
New Girl. both amazing. Friends is obviously like one of my top ones ever, but that I feel is most people's most liked. Trying to think what else I watched. I just kind of watch all the crime series on Netflix lately.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty good. Jazz in the comments said I Survived a Crime is a good show.
I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, I haven't either, so I'll have to see. Jazz, we can watch it later.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. I Survived a Crime. I'll check that out. That sounds like that'd be right up your alley.
I think it's on Netflix. I think I may have seen a preview for that. So yeah, that is definitely up my alley. Yeah.
And Stevia said, hello, sorry I'm late, just subscribe, love The Wire. Yes, I love The Wire too. It was one of those shows that really like brought me in, and I love how each season they sort of took the story from a different perspective. Like it always dealt with the crime and the people of Baltimore, but it sort of dove in from different aspects. So like one season you had it pretty much focusing on the police department. Another season you had it focusing on, I think the second season was like the docks and like everything, all the drugs and the different things that were coming into the city through the docks. Then another season you had them focus on the education system. And you dealt with some kids who were in the middle of all of this stuff. So yeah, you kind of like got different angles. Another season they dealt with the crime issues from like the political side. So like the mayor's office, governors, that sort of thing. So yeah. Oh yeah, it was a very good show. Like ridiculously good, story-driven show. Yeah, and you got to know and invest and love the characters too. So it was an amazing show.
I realized I forgot to drop Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Grey's Anatomy is amazing. I'm still catching up this season, but yeah, a little behind, but I think it's pretty good.
Stevia, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm pronouncing that wrong,
or Stevia. I don't want to assume one or the other.
Yeah, let us know how we.
Either way, it sounds beautiful, and I like it.
Yes, I do too. Have you guys ever seen HBO's The Leftovers? Yes.
Yeah.
We watched that. Yeah, very good show. It was really, really good in the beginning, and then it kind of like I faded away from it a little bit towards the end. So yeah, but it was very good. I love like sort of mystery type shows like that. And
Stevia.
Okay, stevia.
Like
No, isn't the sweetener is stevia?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well then, darn, I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, stevia. But yeah, The Leftovers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was. I love those mystery shows like Lost. That's another one that's in my top.
I was thinking about that, how much I loved Lost. But then towards the end, though, again, you kind of trickle off.
It got weird.
It's like you try to continue a series for so long, and after like so many, you know, what am I trying to say?
After
so many seasons of it, then you kind of run out of ideas, and then you start kind of coming up with random off the wall stuff that isn't that great. Kind of like Walking Dead. Yeah. I loved it. It was good, but towards the end, it's kind of got a little like, okay, well, harder to follow a little. Yeah, it was. It was hard with The Leftovers towards the end when I felt like they had set up this sort of like lore and they had to come to the point where they had to start answering all the questions, which is another place where Lost struggled as well. Like they set up all these mysteries, and then once you got the answers towards the end, you were like, that doesn't really make sense. I don't really like that. It was awesome in the beginning when there were so many different mysteries, and then the polar bear in the middle of the jungle.
I still remember
that. I think was the first thing that kind of threw me off. I was like, why?
I still remember the numbers. The numbers were so awesome in that show, and how the numbers meant everything. Like I love the show that it was like everything meant something. Mm-hmm. And they set it up to be like that, but then they didn't really answer everything. Boone was
my favorite. Oh my god, I cried so hard with Boone. I loved him. And then Locke. Oh, sweet Locke.
Stevia. So you were right. You were right.
It's okay. You've been pronouncing the sweetener wrong all those times.
Yeah. Sorry.
Stevia.
Yes, love the name. Love the name. And yeah, totally agree about Lost. Yeah, it was.
I was lost at the end of Lost.
It was disappointing. Well, the
Yeah.
problem was everybody had it figured out in the very beginning, because they said that everybody thought that it was like they were in purgatory and that they had all died already. And that was like everybody's first guess. And then the show creator said that that wasn't it. So everybody started coming up with all these other like theories and reasons for why they were where they were at. And then it turned out that they were actually in purgatory at the end, and they basically lied to us just to make sure that, you know, people stayed invested in the show.
Yeah.
Which that sucked. That was not cool. I was not happy with that. But yeah, so that was a great show though. It was a great show.
I'm trying to remember the one that I watched that was it's kind of similar to that in a way, and it was they went on an airplane. I can't remember. I watched the whole series. I feel so dumb, but
oh, the one from like maybe a year ago.
It was flight something. But yeah, they went they traveled on an airplane, and then when they got off, they were like Manifest. Yes, it was.
Yeah, Manifest.
Okay, so yeah, they all traveled on an airplane, and when it got off, it's like time had gone by.
Yeah, like was it like 20 years or 15 years?
No, I think it was 8.
Oh, I thought it was way more than that.
No.
But see, I stopped watching it, so.
Yeah, you watched like one episode with me. I think it was 8. It was either like 5 or 8. But
I watched more than one. I watched a lot, and then I kind of like half watch shows with you. Like that one cop procedural show that you watch all the time with Nathan Fillion.
Oh, Castle?
No, the police show.
Oh, The Rookie.
There you go.
Sorry, he was in the other detective show. I watch a lot of Nathan Fillion, so yes, he's great. The Rookie too. So good.
Okay. Well.
You ready to get this party started?
Yes. Let's get going now. Let's get going.
Hair squeaky.
Yeah, I heard that. Weird. All right. So, Stevia, since you're there, what show would you like us to discuss first? Lost, The Handmaid's Tale, Abbott Elementary, or Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story? Which one? You get to pick.
Yeah, have you seen any or want to know anything about any of them?
And if you don't pick, we'll pick for you.
We'll give it 3 minutes.
Oh, that's too long. That's too much time. You got 5 seconds.
Well, I don't know how
No, I'm
much.
kidding.
Some people are faster takers.
While I get it set up. Battlestar Galactica. I asked because you guys seem to have good taste in shows. Can't believe I only came across you today. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're glad you like it.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of new, so
We are.
we don't really have a ton of stuff out there
We've been
right
doing
now.
this like a month.
Yeah.
If that. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad that you came across.
I did not see Battlestar Galactica. Did you?
I didn't. I've heard amazing things about
You
it.
need to watch that then.
Amazing.
Thank you for the recommendation. We will check that out.
Yes, I've heard.
You
amazing
recommend
things
it.
about
We will look into it for sure.
Yeah.
She's watched 2 of Dahmer. Okay, so we've watched the first one.
Yeah, we've only
We
watched the
still need
first
to watch the second. We'll probably watch it at what?
tonight or tomorrow. No, probably tomorrow. We'll probably run through a bunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because neither of us have to work, fortunately. So
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do that, let's go with Dahmer.
I'm awake, quick.
I know. What are you yawning for? You can't yawn on show. That's not okay.
Sometimes I swallow my yawn on show, but then I just look like I'm choking.
Oh.
It's not attractive. Yeah, it's not attractive.
Yeah, spit up.
She said, please watch it, Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Okay, how many seasons is it?
I think it's a bunch.
And are they like hour-long episodes or half hour?
Good question. Stevia, we need your help.
I like the hour-long when I'm really invested in something, but the half-hour-long is good when I need to binge something quicker.
Yes. It is nice to have those half-hour shows sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we are going to watch a little bit of Mr. Jeffrey. Let me get my screens. Shut up. Set up.
Get my screen shut up.
Turn this music off. And you share the screen. We need to have a producer to like do all this stuff for us. Because we're the talent and we need somebody to just produce for us.
Hey, you always put over my head.
I don't put over your head. That's where the screen ends up being. So you need to move over. I like that. Move your seat over. What are you doing? Here we go. Jeez.
I see how it is. You make me purposely sit in this seat, and then you always cover me up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good that we like each other.
Yeah. Fortunately.
Snugged in here now.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for putting on deodorant.
No problem. Let's do the intro and everything like we normally do.
Go for it.
On this episode of Watch Stuff With Us, we are previewing Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story on Netflix.
Ooh.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Watch Stuff With Us. Please make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time we go live. So this time, we have watched the first episode of the show. And right now, if you can't tell, the screen looks a little different. We are doing a live stream. And we are going to break down Evan Peters discussing the complexities of playing Jeffrey Dahmer. And I was very, very, very impressed with the way he acted in the first episode. Like you can tell that he was like super invested in the character. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what he has to say. And we haven't watched this ahead of time or anything like that. So we're going to watch it and sort of react to it live. I might pause it a few times so we don't get YouTube strikes. And we will discuss it. And if you are watching live with us, drop a comment and let us know what you think of Mr. Peters as well. So without further ado, here we go. Let's watch.
Good deal.
Well, I sort of started with a blank slate with Dahmer. I only had the image of the hazmat suits and the blue vat coming out of the building, which I didn't even know was an apartment complex. I found out later that it was the Oxford apartments where he committed most of his acts. Brian sent me the scripts and then called and said, Dahmer is interesting in that he is almost regretful and has guilt and sort of confusion about what went on. He's and doesn't really have a charming, mischievous smile. He's docile, sort of aloof. And
is he still alive? I know the answers to this. Do you want me to spoil that part of the show for you? We'll just let you watch it. We'll let you watch it.
Yeah,
I know the answer
to that.
Don't spoil it. I know the answer to that question though.
Okay.
But yeah, it was interesting that Dahmer does come off as almost a reluctant killer to some degree, remorseful to some degree, but I don't think that he is, at least coming off that first episode.
He's just so awkward
Mm-hmm.
that I can't get a good read on him. I don't really know how he feels. I mean, honestly, we've only watched the first one and I didn't look into him too much prior, but he's a very awkward, like socially awkward individual, and I don't know, I'm still trying to figure him out. If anybody can.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody really was able to figure out his motive. I hope they delve into that in the show and break down the reasoning behind why he's doing this.
Yeah.
One of the things that has me slightly nervous about the show is that it's 10 episodes. And most of the time you're like, oh my gosh, it's 10 episodes or something, like that's great. I just want to know how they're going to be able to extend this story for 10 episodes. So it makes me nervous. I hope there aren't any filler episodes or the ones where you're just like, oh, I didn't really need to see
I don't know how
that
many
much
murders
detail.
he committed. I really should have looked into this more. But maybe that's an episode for murder, or more episodes on his background in his childhood. That'd be curious.
Stevia says she will not spoil it.
Thank you.
Thank you for not spoiling it. And like I said, I'm sure I know more about it than Katie does, but I don't know all the details either. And that's one of the things that I'm kind of excited to see is how the story and the telling of the story unfolds. So we shall see. Let's keep going with the video though.
I'm almost disassociated from what he did. I immediately went to YouTube and watched. He told me also to watch the Stone Phillips interview, and so I watched that, and then proceeded to read biographies, and I was able to read the police report and his confession. I found on YouTube some audio of what sounds like a psychologist interviewing him, or even a detective, where he's sort of relaying sort of what he went through, and the way that he's speaking is very candid and very normal. Again, it was so.
Just to jump in real quick, it seems like he didn't do a ton of research. Like, I mean, he's saying that he did some research, but he didn't do a ton of research. And I wonder, did he purposefully do that so that he could sort of, I guess, learn more about the character as he went on, or learn more about the character from the direction of the director? Like, I would think that you would want to watch everything possible if you were doing a biography of someone, pretty much, because you'd want to know as much as you could about them, like their mannerisms. Like, where did
Unless you
he?
don't want to get sucked in too much to the dark traits of it. Because they were saying, a lot of people have been saying that they're concerned about him as an actor because he does do a lot of these dark, twisted roles, and sometimes when actors do that, it doesn't end up well for their mental health. So I know that people are concerned for him for that. So I don't know if maybe he's trying not to get, trying to portray him, but not try to get too sucked in. But
Yeah, I would. If I was an actor, I would try my best to learn. Like, I would want to know everything and try to pick up everything. But he does sort of come across as the type that would, totally absorb himself into the character. So, and he looks like he's doing a great job from the first episode that we've seen. So,
yeah.
So jaw-dropping that it all really happened, that it felt important to be respectful to the victims' families, to try to tell the story as authentically as we could. And, you need to have certain plot points because he did do these things, but you don't need to embellish them. We get it. We don't.
That's one of the things that we touched on during the episode. And that was one of the things that is really drawing me to the show, is that this isn't a work of fiction. This isn't something that somebody said, oh, it would be a really cool story if we did this or we talked about that. No, all of this stuff happened.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there is a little bit of TVication done to it to make it an actual show. And it might be embellished a little bit, but these are all actual events.
Yeah, and he's saying the families, you gotta keep it
right.
Keep it up,
yeah, and
kind to the families.
Yes, and you want to be respectful of the people who passed away. Like, you would want to portray the show and make it, super stylistic, because that isn't how it was. And
don't want to make him seem like a cool guy.
Right, because he really wasn't.
Don't need to see it over and over again. Honestly, I was very scared about all of the things that he did, and diving into that and trying to commit to that was absolutely going to be one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, because I wanted it to be very authentic. But in order to do that, I was going to have to go to really dark places and stay there for an extended period of time.
That'll be an interesting episode.
Oh man, yeah. But there's the talk of going into a dark place to, sort of embody the person and the like that. That has to be tough. Like,
Yeah,
how do
'cause
you
you
turn it
wanna
off?
I know, you need to separate, like, work from home life, and I feel like something like that would get stuck in your head, and
Yeah.
you'd be thinking about it when you go to
Do
sleep,
you
you think
think
about it when you
do
wake
you
up.
think he went home and, like, ate human hearts?
No,
Maybe he got, like, a pig heart or 2 and just, like, ate that.
I
I've
know.
had pig heart before.
Nasty.
It was weird, and it had, like, the arteries and stuff, like, still connected to it, and they were pretty thick. It was interesting. I had to try it just to say I tried
You're
it.
gonna lose us viewers. It's nasty.
Have you tried heart? Drop it in the comments below.
Save me.
Say that the crew was instrumental in keeping me on the guardrails. I cannot thank them enough, and I could not have done any of this role without them. Specifically, Sarah, our focus puller, who was just such a breath of fresh air and light. You know, when we were filming some of these horrific scenes, Jason, our DP, who sort of kept reminding me of sort of why we were doing it. It was easy, you know, showing up there every day, telling the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, to get lost in that. It was a challenge to try to have this person who seemingly was so normal, but underneath all of it had this entire world that he was keeping secret from everybody. So, you know, we had one rule going into this from Ryan, that it would never be told from Dahmer's point of view. As an audience, you're not really sympathizing with him. You're not really getting into his plight. You're more sort of watching it, you know, from the outside. It's called the Jeffrey Dahmer story, but it's not just him and his backstory. It's the repercussions. It's the society. It's this how society and our system failed to stop him multiple times because of rape.
And that was one of the things that you brought up. Do you remember what your point was on the show about that?
Oh, I know that when I had thought that it was the first episode, I know I had commented on that.
Well, you also talked about the neighbor and how she must have felt.
Oh yeah, after she
You wanna
reported over
explain
and
it?
over and over and over again, and had to live there through the smells and had to live there through the sounds. I mean, it definitely takes a toll on your psychological health, but also, why are you still there? Like, she needed to go, and it had to be super frustrating to report that over and over and over and have nobody. I mean, I'm assuming nobody came and checked it out. She made it sound like nobody came and, um, was invested in what she was saying. I mean, if you say you hear things that sound like cutting tools and screaming for help and you smell weird smells all the time, I would think anybody who heard that would come and check it out, but
Yeah,
apparently they must not have.
yeah, and that's to me that is odd. Like
Because
I
it
feel
seems like
like
he did it all in his apartment.
I feel like if I called the police right now and I told them that our neighbor is making all this noise and I have the weird smells coming from his house,
And your neighbor made you uncomfortable. Like,
right?
you have a weird vibe about them.
I feel like at the very least they would go and see. Maybe they do, and maybe he was still able to play it off. But with the way that there were like smells and everything, like you would think that if I brought a police officer to the door, or a police officer came to the door, and the door was open and they smelled that, they would immediately be like, I need to go in here or at least investigate further. So it'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see what their reasonings were for failing so many times with this case and not being able to save more men who were killed by Jeffrey
And this
Dahmer.
poor lady too. I mean, move out. Like, if you're scared for your life, that door's not gonna really stop him if he really wants to get in. I just don't understand why she's staying.
Hmm. Hmm.
Racism, homophobia. It's just a tragic story that affected everybody. Gets their side of the story told, and it's really the Jeffrey Dahmer story is so much bigger than just him.
Yes, very interesting to hear Evan talk about it.
Yeah.
Stevia says, I think the neighbor didn't have the means to go somewhere else. It's alluded to in episode 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can't just up and move. everybody can't just go somewhere else or stay somewhere else. I mean, and I guess you have to, like, we don't know their situation or we don't know her situation. Maybe she couldn't for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I think if it was me in that situation, I would have to find somehow, some way to get away.
I'd go to a friend's house, I'd be in my car somewhere.
And I mean, maybe it's, you know, us being naive that she has somebody, maybe she doesn't. Like there are a lot of people, like, you know,
it could have been a tough situation.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who don't have anyone. They don't have anywhere to go, or they have to. They're forced to take care of themselves.
Right. Then I hope that she gathered like some weapons as the show progresses.
Yeah, I hope so too.
She needs something.
Yes, to have something for a little bit of protection.
I'm surprised she keeps coming out in the hallway though to like talk to him and check on him and ask him questions. You can tell she's clearly terrified of him. Stay in. Like don't be nosy. If you can see him through your peephole, stay there.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess she was still trying to figure out exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but
as he comes walking towards her though, like go back in your apartment, close the door in his face. Scary.
Yeah.
Don't just stand there and
yeah. And then at a certain point too, though, like she's, you know, maybe she's doubting herself. You know, she's done so much and complained so much, and nobody's going there to try to help. So maybe she's like, well, shoot, maybe I just got this guy picked wrong. You know, maybe I'm making up all this stuff.
Maybe I never had smelled the smell of rotting pork chops.
Pork chops. Maybe it is the pork chops.
Pork chops.
I mean, I love the way that he kept saying that it was.
It's the pork chops.
His family gave him pork chops.
Fish.
Yes, with ick.
Yeah.
With ick. So yeah, maybe it was, but I can understand to some degree why she spoke with him.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she was afraid, but she still talked to him.
I don't know. That would not have been what I had done.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely not me either. Me either. So yeah, that was it for that video. There is another video that I wanted to look at just for a little bit, and it deals with
desensitize myself.
It deals with Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, and I just want to watch a little bit of this. I haven't seen this yet, but it looked interesting too. That they sort of have like a tour kind of his apartment. And
wait, you mean like after everything went down, they went for a tour of it, or they still?
I'm not sure.
Or it's still available to the public to go through?
I'm not sure.
Because that would just be wrong.
Oh God, yeah, no.
That'd be terrible.
I hope that entire housing complex was condemned. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that type of energy lingering.
No.
And those souls lingering in that place. So yeah, let's see what this is all about. And we might only watch a little bit of this.
And of course, you woke up at 8 this morning? Right. And then you cleaned up your apartment really nicely so you could show us what it looks like.
Yeah, I want you to go over and feel like it. I haven't done any dusting or vacuuming or anything. I do that on Sundays. But
on July 22nd, 1991, 32-year-old Tracy Edwards fled an apartment building on 25th Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with handcuffs still dangling from his wrists. He managed to flag down a passing police car, and he told the officers some freak named Jeffrey Dahmer had lured him to the apartment 213. When the officers walked with Edwards back to the apartment, they uncovered a crime scene that would leave them with nightmares for the rest of their lives. My name is Sheesh Merriweather, and I'm the founder of Crime Viral Online.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Very nice to meet you, Sheesh. I am going to change my mind. I don't want to watch this and end up getting spoiled. Like, I feel like I'm going to get spoiled. Even though I know things, I know you don't know as much. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we watch this, or should we just jump to the next subject and talk about Abbott Elementary for a little bit?
I think we should just jump to the next subject.
Well, let's leave it up to our loyal fans who decided to tune in to this super fun live stream that we're doing right now. Let's leave it up to them. Let's see what they have to say. Stevia, we're counting on you. Where are you? Let us know. Well, she asked a question. Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it. Unrelated, have you seen The Crown? I've watched the first 2 seasons of The Crown. Katie has watched a few episodes of The Crown.
Yes.
But
I've
she
heard
hasn't
it's
watched
amazing.
all of it. Yeah, it's another one of those shows that's like sort of a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to sort of be into the historical aspects of it too, I think, to really like it.
I watched Bridgerton instead. That was royal enough for me.
No, that's cheesy. Definite pass on that. But the Crown, I love the fact that that is another show that was actually, it's taken from actual events. Like one of my favorite episodes was when Queen Elizabeth's father died. And they went through how she was informed because she was in Africa at the time. They went through how she was told about what happened and her coming back from Africa.
Yeah, I watched those with you.
Right. And the fact that you could pause the show and like Google the events and see the photos of these things actually happening.
Yeah.
Super cool. I love stuff like that. I haven't watched anything past I think the early parts of the 2nd season. Like I haven't gotten to the point where they have like Princess Diana on there and stuff. And I'm sure that has to be really cool. That's another show we're gonna have to watch.
Yeah, we need to watch more of it because I heard it's just so good. A lot of people are watching it.
Very good.
I take it Stevia likes it.
Yeah. What do you think of it, Stevia? So I'm gonna switch it up. Let's change it up, and we'll start breaking down a little bit of Abbott Elementary. I think we all need a little bit of
you
a
need
breather
to go from something heavy into something a little more lighthearted.
Yeah, so. A little bit more light.
Let's do it.
A little more lighthearted. So let me stop sharing this.
Hey, look, now I'm all the way on the screen again.
Oh yeah, welcome
back.
Welcome back.
You kicked me off. You always put a box over my head.
Welcome back. A box.
A box on my head.
I'm not even gonna say anything. So yeah, Abbott Elementary. Very good show. Mm-hmm. The first season, and I don't know if you guys watching have seen any of our breakdowns of that show, but in those we discussed how we both used to be teachers. And
we did.
It's refreshing to see a show that sort of portrays teachers the way they truly are.
Yeah.
And the situations and circumstances the way that they truly are, because in that show it's pretty accurate in that you don't have anything. You
never have the supplies you need for your classroom. You never have even the furniture you're needing for your classroom. You never have any of none of the resources you need for your classroom.
No, you don't. You don't have anything.
And you don't always, not all the staff gets along. Sometimes you have to work with people that are hard to work with, and sometimes you have kids that are hard to work with, and all the things.
All the challenges. All the challenges. I wonder if they're on this show if they're gonna really deal with like a coworker or introduce a new coworker for them that they don't get along with, because everybody in general gets along with each other.
I think Ava had been like, she was the hardest one for them to deal with for a while, but now they're kind of warming up to her a little bit, and she's trying more.
And they I think they understand her a little bit more now, but she's not really.
She's so goofy, and she doesn't. I don't know. She's not made for that position whatsoever. I mean, I know she blackmailed the superintendent, but why did she even want that job?
Right. Right.
Just for the pay reason.
Yeah, I would like to see them.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I would like to see them have a character on there that they really don't like legitimately don't like, because, like you said, we've worked with people who, no, there was no way that I was gonna really deal with this person outside of work, but you're forced to get along with them. That's any job situation.
There's the teachers that get into it for all the right reasons, and there's the teachers that are there and you're like, why? Why are you here? You don't enjoy your job? We don't enjoy sharing this space with you? Please find another position.
Yeah, do something else with your life. It would be pretty awesome if you did.
Yeah, it's just not the best fit.
All right, well, I'm going to get the screen set up because we have another video that we can react to a little bit. Wrong show.
Awesome.
Let me get this set up. And if you are watching right now, jump in the chat, say hello. We promise we won't bite. It'd be kind of hard to bite through the screen. Just
True.
FYI.
You're safe.
Remember, we got to do an intro and everything.
I'm here for it.
Yep, now you left me.
See, the box is back.
All right, there you go.
I'm here.
All right.
Hello.
Ready?
Yes.
On this episode of Watch Stuff With Us, we are reacting to... No, I don't like that. Let's change it up. On this episode... Oh, come on. Come on. On this episode of Watch Stuff With Us, we are previewing episode 2 of season 2 of Abbott Elementary. Thanks for watching another episode of Watch Stuff With Us. If you're digging what we do, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you are alerted every time we go live or every time we post an episode.
And comment.
Yes, I'm JD.
I'm Katie.
We will be discussing and giving a little bit of a preview for the second episode of Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
So before we get into that stuff, we are going to watch and react to a video that highlights one of the best parts of the first episode. Which
Your favorite.
Was, yeah. One Mr. Gritty. Now, I'm not from Philly. I've seen Gritty before. But like I said, I'm not from Philly, so he doesn't hit me like, oh my God, he's my favorite character or anything like that. But I did enjoy him appearing in the first episode. So we're going to watch a little bit and see a little bit of the behind the scenes action of Gritty on Abbott Elementary.
Okay.
Let's watch.
Hi everybody, obviously you can see we have a guest Gritty with us here today. Gritty to me is such a beautiful representation of Philadelphia. The way he is joyful, the way he looks, the way he feels, the way he is.
See, I didn't know Gritty was an
Let me
actual,
tell you something.
actual mascot.
There are a lot-
Yes, Gritty is like legitimately the Philly Flyers mascot.
Not bad.
Yeah, come on, you gotta get your sports.
Well, at
knowledge
least it's
together.
not like he's local here and I didn't know about him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
It's a little far away from us. Do my best.
You try. You failed, but you try.
Other people that might be iconic in Philadelphia. There are a lot of people that might be loved in Philadelphia. None of them come close to the love and admiration that is given to Gritty.
I started going to the games in DC when I was coming up, when they first brought the Capitals. I'll always be a Cap fan. I think now Kings is my team.
I'll say real quick, I want to see more of Melissa's character. I really want them to sort of dive in a little bit more because I feel like they stereotypically just have her pegged as the New Jersey girl. And
The one to start all the drama and stuff.
right, like I want to see a little
The one
bit
who always
more.
has the resources.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows somebody.
The shady resources.
Yes.
And I mean that's kind of bogus because that's kind of highlighting on the stereotype of New Jersey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see a little bit more about her. I hope they give
She's
her
an
an opportunity to
amazing
shine a little bit.
actress.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be nice to see her too more.
Yeah, I hope they give her an opportunity to shine a little bit
I love him.
more. As well, yes, Mr. Johnson is great too.
He's a
St. Louis and the Blues has always been my favorite team.
I love the Ducks and I love the Philadelphia Flyers.
I drove in Gretzky years ago when I was a limo driver. It was very nice and I became a fan of his.
Ajay Kopitar is like really good.
My favorite player of all time is probably, I'm gonna say Al McInnes. Super hard slap shot. I think I really appreciate that.
Like I can't take anything Gritty does seriously.
he's in the background like his
And
little eye roll.
googly eyes just moving. Like, yeah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
The character from Abbott Elementary who would make for the best hockey player is probably Melissa Chimenti. She'd be the enforcer.
Melissa would be probably the best. You know, she's the toughest.
Yeah, I can see
Melissa.
it.
You know, I have a feeling that most of them said me.
Melissa is aggressive. She fights for her team.
I wouldn't mind checking, 20 or 30 people on an afternoon.
I got to spend the day with the Stanley. I would take it to Jamaica. I would let it sit by me on the sands.
I feel it for the ball.
What was it?
What was that? Is that the
Sea?
yes.
Yeah, sea and land.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was hilarious.
Barbecue sauce, and I take out my ribs and I dip in it.
Oh.
I have too much respect for the NHL to wish Principal Colby on them.
Maybe not.
No!
What's next is making more of Abbott Elementary, a show that is near and dear to my heart.
His little booty.
A good representation of the city of Philadelphia, just like this man right here. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Okay, I got a question. How is he doing the squeak? Because it doesn't happen every time.
Earlier,
but
it
is
was his
sometimes.
booty in the episode, and now it's like when he does this, it's like his armpit.
So yeah, he must be like squeezing something to do.
Yeah,
a
maybe
squeak
there's just
from
something
time
in
to
his
time.
hand. That's weird.
Maybe.
That was cute.
What's the name of Earth's largest moon?
So yeah, definitely a fun show. I really enjoy it, and I have another video now that they give the cast a pop quiz. So I don't know how difficult the pop quiz is, but I'm going to try to rewind the video, and as they answer questions, we are going to try to answer the questions
Oh man.
before they give the answers. Okay, no shame in my game. I guarantee you I won't know a lot of these. Guarantee it.
I will be happy to know one of them.
All right, let's see.
What's the name of Earth's largest moon?
Wait.
Isn't it just, don't we just have one moon and it's called Moon?
Earth's largest moon. Is Moon your final answer?
I thought we only have one. Does it have a name? Is it Jerry?
Hold on.
I just call it the moon. Am I missing something?
Stevia says, thanks for the awesome chat. Have to go, but I'll be back for your next one. I'll be sure to like and comment in the future. Have a wonderful week. Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks for
checking
joining us.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
We'll see you later.
Yes, don't be a stranger.
Pop in
Please don't
anytime.
be a stranger.
Yeah. But seriously though, isn't it just the moon? I'm gonna go with Jerry. I'm naming the moon Jerry now.
No, we're not gonna name the moon, but
Okay, what's your answer?
the answer is Moon. That's it. Final answer, Fred.
Wait a minute.
What's the name
Do
of
we
our
have
moon?
more than one? Is there a scientific name for the moon?
The
I would
moon.
say,
I guess I'm not the only one.
phew. Hello, everyone. My name is Freddie, and I'm here with the stars of ABC's newest sitcom, Abbott Elementary.
How
Abbott
about
Elementary. Abbott Elementary.
How are we feeling?
Great.
Good.
We're happy.
I love the excitement because I'm actually here to test you all's elementary school knowledge.
Oh,
and that should be pretty easy because
play teachers
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah. I mean, the staff here is incredible. They're all amazing teachers.
I love
you'll be
her.
playing for a
Oh,
chance
she's
to win
the best.
$10,000, and that money will go towards teachers across the country. Real teachers. Yes. Here are the rules. You have 30 seconds to answer. There are 25 questions. Every question you get correct, that's money in the bank. Every
Once
question
you
you
get
get
past the
incorrect,
grade, I'm
that
lost.
money is gone.
Let's be smart. We can be smart.
All right,
love her
Quinta, you're up first.
First grade history.
Who was not one of the founding fathers? Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton.
All right, who was not one of the founding fathers? I have a guess. I'm not totally sure. This is gonna be so bad. I'm not totally sure, but I have an answer.
You guess first.
All right, I'll go first this time, but you're going first next time.
Okay, deal.
My answer would be Benjamin Franklin.
Here's another question. Oh my god, this is live. I'm gonna be so judged. The founding fathers. Okay, did they sign the Declaration?
Yeah.
Okay, so Burr.
Yeah, that was my other guess.
I'm
But
thinking
Aaron Burr was involved in it too, so like I don't know if
Holy
they
cow!
consider-
This is first grade history.
Yeah, I feel like this is like 8th grade. History.
I didn't even know you had history in first grade.
All right, let's get the answer.
You got this.
Freddie, my answer is A, Benjamin Franklin.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Yeah,
Yes,
no.
it's fine.
It was the third one.
Aaron Burr.
It was the third one.
I don't want y'all to judge me on this. The show is really, I'm good at writing TV. The store has 10.
So it was Burr.
Okay, I got it right.
Mhm.
Oh, my brother's a history teacher.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely wrong.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm wrong. Yep.
Many potatoes, and you take away 2 of them. How many potatoes left?
I don't like potatoes.
I love that.
What is the value of pi?
131.
3.14.
Yeah,
19 something
3.14,
something
blah
something.
blah 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 blah. Like
3.1419.
Oh, I don't know. I think
He pops.
besides 3.14 because you got Pi Day.
Which I never eat pie on Pie Day, and I should.
I know pie is amazing. You don't have to just have pie on Pi Day. Just FYI.
I know I always go to
Pie,
Village Inn on the
FYI.
wrong days too, because it's always free pie Wednesday, and I'm always there on the wrong day. And then I'm like, sorry, you can't have free pie.
All right, let's see.
Wait, no, it's
314.
3.145. It's 2, isn't it? It's 2. I knew it was 2.
Told me it was 5. I
Write this fraction as a decimal.
don't
The
trust
fraction.
myself.
Oh, okay. That one isn't hard. Write this fraction as a decimal. So 1/4.
Wouldn't it be like as a decimal? So wouldn't it be like 0.25?
Yes. Final answer. 0.25.
Fifth grade.
Fraction is 1/4.
0.25.
Man.
That
I can do that. That was easy.
That
But
one
once
was
you got to
easy.
junior high math, I was done.
Oh yeah. Well, let's not even get to high school math. High school math was real bad.
Sorry, Mom, about my
Whose
report
face
cards.
is on the penny?
Lincoln.
No. Is it? Oh man. Yeah.
Lincoln?
God. When we're like with 10,000 subscribers, they're gonna come back and look at this, and then they're all gonna unsubscribe.
They're just
because gonna be
no.
like,
They're
"You're
just going to
stupid."
want us to only do this from now on, so they can laugh at us.
Yeah. I don't know the answer.
Lincoln.
We'll go with Lincoln. That's what Katie says. So.
I worked at a bank. Please don't let me be wrong.
I would like to say Abraham Lincoln.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you are correct.
Oh my God!
Nice job, you. I legitimately didn't know that one. That's embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
It's okay, love.
Okay, whose face is on the $10 bill?
Although I have gotten
So this one
moments
actually
of
requires a visual aid. Name this state.
I was just there.
Louisiana's on there. Idaho.
Is that your final answer?
Wait a minute. There's Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho.
Is that your final answer?
It's by Washington. I know what it's touching, but I don't. Idaho.
Is that your final answer?
You know. I feel like I'm wrong though. I feel like Idaho's not there, but I'm going to say yes. What are you saying?
It's Idaho.
Am I right?
Yep.
Oh my God. No, seriously. On those, whenever they give you a map in elementary school and they're like, fill out all the states, I'd have like 4 filled out because I didn't know anything. I'd always get the state I live in and the state that's right next to us that we cross the bridge often to go shopping. But I would get Florida and I'd have like California, Texas, But no, I rarely got anything else right. And they just keep giving us the same map every week, and I just keep being like, sorry.
I'm
I was
actually
a
pretty
bad
good at geography.
student. I tried, but I was bad in so many subjects.
Yep. I'm pretty good at geography. So let's see.
Idaho.
Oh, then that would be Idaho.
You are correct.
Yes. Look at you.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
It's Gregory.
Let's see how long you'll be here. Then I'll remember your name.
love
Okay,
that.
Tim?
This historical figure is most known for her work in the Underground
Harriet
Railroad.
Tubman.
Final answer.
Oh, 100%.
They haven't even
That was like one of my favorite subjects to study in history. Yeah, 100%.
Yep, I'm with you.
Oh, my brother's gonna be so proud of me.
Oh,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Harriet Tubman.
And you are correct!
Did you know that one, Anita?
Yeah.
I
You
got
weren't
it.
just
I
cheating
had
off of me?
No,
Oh,
I had to
okay.
represent. I represent for my people.
Which geometrical shape has no vertices?
Oh, I know that one.
What's a vertices?
Vertical line.
You can't make a vertical line with it.
It has no vertical lines.
What do you mean? Like you can't draw a vertical line
It has
through it?
no vertical lines. When you make the shape,
So
it
a
has no
circle.
vertical lines. That's my guess is a circle.
I thought you meant like if you divide it up like pie or something.
See, you're,
Like, can
you're
you-
adding on to the question.
I hate math. Circle?
That's the what?
Doesn't it just say which
Sounds
one has
like
no
A
corners?
circle.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
so we
I
only
refreshed my mind and learned the word vertices again today.
Vertices. Vertices. It's a fun word to say. Vertices.
I'm gonna forget it now. It's
Yeah.
out. It's not necessary anymore. I can only store so much.
All right, let's
only
keep
have the science category left. Let's finish off strong. I believe in you guys. I think this is going to be
Plants are
great.
animals, please.
Saturn's largest moon is called Titan. What's the name of Earth's largest moon?
We just call it the moon.
It's just moon,
Look, I'm
right?
gonna call it Luna. Okay, well, Titan is like a Greek
Trick
thing.
question.
Has a name.
I don't know.
Do you have a final answer?
Luna.
Incorrect. It's the moon. It's a.
So I don't have that.
Trick
We
question.
meant the moon. We just gave it a separate nickname.
Yes,
Okay.
Luna.
Yeah, see, they were being tricky there. Being tricky. Not cool.
Mhm.
Is moon in Latin.
And I love the way you're thinking about this.
Thank
So
you.
I'm going to go ahead and give you this fast.
Yo, my father was a NASA physicist, and he is so ashamed of me right now.
All right, y'all. This is the last one, and it's on Quinta.
Have
So
you-
far, I haven't missed.
I was saying, you got
anything.
all of them right so far?
I have.
Yeah.
Woo.
Congratulations. Let's see.
Woo.
All the pressure. All the
Okay.
pressure.
Man, I did watch.
What is
Jeopardy.
moving air called?
What is moving air called?
Wind, airstream, airflow, flowing,
Flow?
flow from progressive.
Yes.
Hello,
What is
snow.
moving? What is moving air?
The
called?
airstream current. The current?
No, this is science. So what is moving air called? Steam? No.
No. Flow.
Particles?
Currents.
What is moving air called?
Do you know if any of this that I've just spit out, like word vomit, if it's the answer, I still get it right?
No, you're still gonna count it now.
Yep.
This one I have no idea.
Airstream, airflow, currents.
What is moving air called? I feel like once I say it, I'm gonna be like, this is.
I have like 3 guesses, so one of them
All right.
we're gonna hope is
Let's
right.
see. Let's see.
Breeze.
No,
Moving
that's
air.
I'm
it.
smart.
It could be breeze.
Wind is my final answer.
Oh.
And the answer is correct.
Okay.
Wind. We thought way
I'd
too
say
hard
this
on
Did she
that.
say any answer is correct?
I think she said and the answer is correct.
No,
Moving
that's what I'm
air.
saying.
I would any
Breeze.
answer
Wind
correct.
is my final answer.
And the answer is correct.
Okay.
It did sound like any answer is correct.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't.
Moving
think
air
of
is called Doritos.
wind.
I thought
I
she
feel
was-
dumb.
I
I
don't,
should have guessed that one
what age was that for? What grade level?
first. I think.
Oh well, then that would
Yeah.
make sense. That it would just be called wind.
Yeah,
I was thinking too in depth.
that's a weird question.
I wonder what like a scientific term is. If there's like something more extensive, and I actually got it right.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to watch this with us.
I'm still taking that as a win.
Yeah, Katie did really well.
I
did
too.
only average. Yep, I did only average. So, it's pretty.
I did watch a lot of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah, I wasn't.
I watched that and Jeopardy and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like what you're
I like
seeing,
to pretend I'm smart.
if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you are alerted every time we go live or every time we drop a video. And if you like us doing a quiz, we can do another quiz at some other point.
That was really fun.
Just let us know in the comments below. So we appreciate you for watching, and don't be a stranger. I'm JD.
I'm Katie.
Later. All right, so that is Abbott Elementary. We really enjoyed the first episode from the second season. We are looking forward to seeing more as the season continues. So finally, we are going to discuss
Handmaid's Tale?
one of our favorite shows of all time.
Hoorah.
And this one should have been on our list when we were talking and discussing shows earlier.
Well, we were discussing.
The
I think we were
Handmaid's
discussing our favorite shows outside of the ones that we're currently watching. But still, it is one of our very favorites.
Yeah, definitely one of our favorites. We have been watching this show since the beginning. Mm-hmm. We binged it initially when we got, I think it was the first season. We binged the first season, or most of the first season.
I don't know that we moved from the couch much for that one.
Oh, no. I remember the first episode, we watched a solid, 7 episodes in a row. I don't know. I don't remember.
Was that 2020?
No, it was before 2020.
Okay.
I think it's 2019, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
But either way, we really enjoy the show.
Yes.
Go and watch our other episodes that we've broken down for season 4. No, season 3. No, season 4. No, season 5. It's season 5, isn't it? Yes, it's season 5. It's season 5. Season
Don't
5.
ask me.
Yes, episodes 1, 2, and 3, and 4. We've broken them all down already. Is it 4? I don't know. We watch a lot of stuff, so we're confused. Katie's gonna do a little research. But anyway, we really enjoy the show. We have tons of theories about the show.
Season 5.
Yes, see, I was right.
Good job. I didn't even bother.
It took me a while. I didn't
even try.
It took me a while to get it right, but I got it right.
I just know I've seen it all.
Yeah, so let's do a little bit of preview for the upcoming episode. Is there anything, before I start, is there anything that you would like to discuss and what you would like to see happen as we continue on in these episodes? No.
I would like more snacks.
Okay. As season 5 continues, one of the things that I really want to see is what is eventually going to happen with Janine. I think that they left us in an interesting spot, seeing her recover enough to regain consciousness after being poisoned by Esther. So I really want to see what happens to her now. Is she going to have any sort of mental breakdown? Is she going to be as strong as before? Is she just going to be normal? Does she have any resentment toward Esther? Does she have any resentment towards Aunt Lydia? We really need to find these things out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, I kind of spoke about this the last time we did this, but I feel like she either has some memory issues or she is pretty mad at Aunt Lydia, judging by the daggers that she seemed to be shooting out in the last episode. However, she may not have been making eye contact. The camera may have panned differently, but we'll see. I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, me too. As we sort of go to preview the episode, we have a promo for that 4th episode. So yeah, it was the 3rd one that we just watched.
Okay.
So yeah, there is a promo for the 4th episode and we are going to watch that now
Yay.
and react to it as a way to preview this upcoming episode.
Watch stuff with us.
Yes. You have an opportunity right now to watch some stuff with us. So let me get this set up. Shit in my room. Together. No, don't get all.
No, now this box is my friend.
Don't get all odd right now, like you don't sing all sorts of random crazy.
I do. I sing and dance all the time. There's
by
constantly
yourself.
playlists going on in my head, and I often share them out loud.
Yes. What's the name of that? What's the playlist song show that you watch? Somebody's Incredible Playlist or something like that. That comes on NBC.
Zoe's Infinite Playlist.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's one of your shows too.
Yeah, that was like me in TV form, and Pitch Perfect is me in movie form. 100%. That is me on the daily, all the time, remixing songs and you name it. I'm talented in this area that's completely useless for me to be talented in.
You are.
Thank you, but it's like I said, useless. It's just entertaining.
It's not useless.
It's entertaining
awesome.
to you. It's entertaining to our children, but that's pretty much it because I don't share it elsewhere.
So maybe you should. Maybe you should start singing and dancing on here.
I don't think anybody's going to ask for that to happen.
If you want to see Katie sing and dance, let us know in the comments. Drop it below. All right, let's do our intro and everything. On this episode of Watch Stuff With Us, we are previewing episode 4 of season 5 of The Handmaid's Tale. Thanks for checking out another episode of Watch Stuff With Us. You know the drill by now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you are alerted for each and every time we go live or drop a video. This episode, we are discussing episode 4 of season 5 of The Handmaid's Tale. They have a promo out. We are going to watch that and react to it live in your face right now. So,
in your face.
Like I always say, without further ado, let's watch.
I do.
You are officially released.
I warned you about her. You won't listen. She always gets what she wants.
Why are you here?
I'm here to show the people that there is a better way to live.
So it looks like she's going to be trying to get some Canadian people to
so toxic.
Go to her Gilead side.
That's
interesting. That's interesting.
I can think about this shit. And I don't know how to stop myself. God may test us. But he always rewards the most righteous.
So June shows up with a gun and is there right with Serena.
And if she doesn't shoot her, then I'm just thoroughly disappointed because you had your chance right then and there.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
It's almost worth going to jail for at that point if that's how obsessed you are about that and you hate that lady so much and she's ruined your life.
And
I don't condone violence, but come on now. June, we all know how this is going to end. June needs to end Serena.
Yeah, she does.
Serena needs to go.
But she also has a child. Like, she needs to think about that. Like,
oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, she's pregnant, but
I'm not talking about
Serena.
I'm talking about
June's child.
June, yeah, she has a child. So if you kill somebody,
only one that knows her.
If she kills somebody, as long as I guess maybe I was gonna say they're in Gilead. If they were in Canada, maybe she'd get away with it.
I still feel like Canada's kind of lax on their
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, on their justice system, but yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but that's how they made it seem last episode, at least.
All right, let's keep going.
Juno's boyfriend. I thought you'd be taller.
It's like, why?
I know.
Why is that relevant?
Taken June to meeting. What is it? Everyone we've been able to get out. This is incredible. Don't be too impressed. Here's who we've lost over the years. I think June will never be able to stop asking for a better world. The pain that she has felt and the pain that she has seen others go through, I don't think she can come back from that. How am I supposed to keep my baby girl safe from here?
It is a very warm, happy set where people really enjoy doing their work. I think that allows them to kind of be relaxed enough to do things that are horrible and, would be very traumatizing.
Nick smiled. Well, the actor smiled. You never see Nick smiling.
That's odd, though. That I guess they would be happy, but how can you be happy? Like, it's like sort of like watching Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story.
You just can't think too much into it, I guess. I mean, you can film those creepy scenes and afterwards just kind of like laugh about it because you can come into practice and just be like, ooh, here we go. But then, and just like make more light of it, the situation, be like, get into your role for the film and then
like, how do you
off
switch?
camera,
Like, I don't know if I could switch it up.
You almost have to make it like a joyful environment. Otherwise, you do get sucked in and it does seem more realistic. It does seem depressing. And I feel like you have to keep it kind of lighthearted. And maybe that's just me. I never did acting, but
yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Anybody except a very trusted group of colleagues. Nick and June have been a central relationship since the beginning of the show.
So good to hear your voice.
Me too. Hannah's safe. I gotta talk to her, but she's okay. I'm sorry, I can't do more.
Nick has always been quite keen to orchestrate some kind of reunion between June and Hannah and help reinstate that unit, but at the same time he's in love with June.
There will always be a part of her that loves Nick. Whether or not they can be together, I don't know if it's the best thing for either of them.
Okay. Answer that question. Is them together the best thing for them? For each of them.
If they get out of this environment, if he leaves Gilead, otherwise it's the worst long distance relationship ever.
You're right. You're right.
Keep yourself safe. Keep Nicole safe. Promise me.
I promise I will.
Wait, are Gilead marriages even? I mean, yeah, they made their own country, but are they like legit? Do they hold up anywhere else?
We were married in the United States. I don't know if our marriage certificate, like if we go somewhere else, are we legally married there?
Yeah, I guess we would be because because of it. Yeah, but Gilead still is like a fantasy country, though. It's not real.
It's as real as it could be at that point in time. Like, I mean,
I guess
they did enough to. Yeah, they did enough to conquer the United States, so they got to be legit.
Maybe it depends. Maybe you can leave Gilead and be like, "Can I dissolve my marriage because I didn't like the country. I didn't believe in the country. I didn't believe in this marriage. I was kind of forced into it."
Yeah, maybe.
Serena is feeling like her status is now raised in Gilead. Very positive feedback on the funeral broadcast.
She knows she can build on that. That's her sort of ticket to securing her position and showing them that she has value.
Why is she not using her accent? She has an accent. She chose to continue speaking in her acting role.
Well, I mean,
voice.
She does have an accent, but I think maybe she's from like New Zealand or Australia, and her accent isn't quite as strong. Like, that usually only comes out in certain words sometimes.
Yeah, but I feel like she's still keeping with her character's voice. Maybe not.
He's a strong father to guide him in this life.
Marrying for power, Serena, doesn't always work out well.
Depends on the marriage.
That was a great part.
I was so afraid that they were going to get together and get married, and that's so good.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me if that
like
actually
for
happens
outside, like she's outside Gilead, and
or they
married to him,
or they just or they just circle back to that idea. It would not shock me, especially with him like holding her belly and stuff, and you can see that he was sort of like emotionally
he still wanted
attached.
children, but how badly?
All right.
In her mind, the more public she is, the less chance there is of June coming for her.
See, there's her accent.
You'd like to lend your expertise as we expand the influence of our great nation.
She thought she was sitting pretty, but by the end of the episode, they pull the rug out from under her.
Reacting as a global ambassador.
Told us to hold the plane.
They send her back to the unknown in Toronto.
For movie June.
June is waiting.
Into the unknown.
Touch my daughter again.
Good job, June.
Yeah. I don't know. That part was a little cheesy for me. A little bit. Let's go back and
I get
look
it though,
at
but
June.
I love her cute face. I get it though. Like if you're given the opportunity, if you're in that situation, given the opportunity to go and face to face meet the person that you despise the most and have your 2 cents with them.
Yeah. And I mean, June is sort of flexing her muscles in this episode by showing up like that and threatening Serena. But
You can tell Serena's a little shaken by it too. I love that.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, I would be too. But I think that June is, like I said, she's flexing right there. Don't mess with my child. But we know that that's not the end of it. So you would think if you told somebody like, leave me alone, you wouldn't go seeking them out. So does Serena do something to sort of provoke June to come back out? Or does June say, well, I'm bored today. Let's go figure out some more about Serena.
Bold. Serena's not done playing this game, and June's not going to be done till Serena's dead. So
yeah, you're probably right. But it's not always about us, even though this is our show. It's about what you think. What do you think? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Do you think that June is going to be the one that instigates the next encounter with Serena, or will it be Serena sort of provoking June? It looks like we saw in the promo that Serena and June got together again at some point, and there was a little bit of a crowd there, and June had a gun.
it's just always a back and forth game with them. They just take
It
turns.
Your
turn now. What you got?
It is, and I really want to know, how this ends. And I mean, I feel like I want to like skip ahead so bad all the time, and you just gotta enjoy the journey, gotta enjoy the trip. So yeah, like I said, leave a comment below. Be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button. I can't talk, and also also the notification bell. Make sure you hit that so that you know when we're doing shows.
And comment.
Yes, we love comments and subscribe, please.
Yes, please.
We need all the subscriptions, all of them.
Those things.
I'm JD.
I'm Katie.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Well, this has been an awesome time. I don't know about you. I had a good time tonight.
Me too.
Yeah. I really like doing our live streams. I cannot wait until we get a little bit more participation. But we really need to give a huge shout out to Stevia for jumping in the chat and hanging out with us. Like, yes, and Jazz. I think this is we're cool people. Like, it's fun to hang out with us and talk about the shows that you watch. So why not jump in the chat and be a part of this? It's really fun. So
what better way to spend your evening than with us?
True. A Friday night, you're not doing anything. You have nothing else planned. Come hang out with us. So if you're watching this after the fact, we're going to try to do these every Friday, 7 p.m. Please join us. Please jump in the chat and talk with us. Don't just watch with us. Talk with us. Be with us. Interact with us. So I guess we're going to go ahead and end it right now. I had a great time tonight. I hope you did too. I'm JD.
I'm Katie.
Be sure to hang out with us next time.
Have a great weekend.
Yes. Later.